Hello. Oh my gosh. This is so exciting. Cause Critter made something for me and it's so exciting. First, how's my mic sound? Does it sound good? Do I sound crunchy? I mean, I always sound crunchy, but you know. Does the mic sound okay? Mic sounds good. Perfect. Alright, yeah. So, no crunch. Hello, hello. Okay, perfect. Guys, this is so exciting. Watch this. Look at this. Look at all of this! Look at everything! Wow! Critter made all of this for me. For this is amazing. Except for Doug, I made Doug, but like the background and everything. Here, this is so great. This is so cool. Here, let me unsquish you a little bit. I kind of blind allocated chat last night. But let's just make that a little bit wider. You might bleed off the cake a little bit. But we'll deal with that. Wowie wow, this is so cool. This is amazing. Look at all this. So now it's not just me standing in front of a picture of Wayne. I've got like a desk and you guys have a whole place to be. So this is great. This is delightful. Thank you so much. And she gave me tons of assets. I've got like 17 Jinjos. So yeah, isn't this nice looking? Look at this texture of the wall behind me. Hang on, let me fucking move out of the way. I have to find myself. Hang on, there I am. Okay, yeah, let me look at that wall texture! Wow! And you know, I think Critter uses that texture fairly regularly, and I don't even care. It looks so good. So yeah, that's the biggest thing for today. Like, I was already planning on just chatting today, because I want to fucking talk about Pokemon. I've wanted to talk about Pokemon since it came out. and now I have to just I gotta use this fun new set. Oh no! I can't play a video game today. I need to talk about Pokemon. Okay, let me slap this up. Don't worry. So we are not spoiling Area 0, but yeah, that's kind of it. Floop, there we go. I'll be fucking around with chat's size this whole time. But yeah, so we're not gonna spoil Area 0 in Pokemon, so that's the big hole, or like the end of the main story, because some people, you know, they have work to do. they haven't gotten to that point of the game yet, and I'd like for them to get to experience it. But things like gym leaders and Pokemon, those are all totally available. So yeah, and of course, you know how it is with us. We'll probably wander when it comes to the topic of the day. Yeah, Allison's not done. Yeah, okay. Also though, so you say you've been busy, and that is accurate, but also you like to take your time. You could have beaten the game by now, but you were like, but I want to catch more Pokemon. But that's alright. There's no wrong way, no wrong pace to take with Pokemon. Oh, also, I realized something I can do with Doug. This is my favorite thing. Is I can make Doug talk by going like, well, hey guys, how you doing? I'm Doug. So, nice cottagecore. It really is. This is a 10 out of 10. Your subtitle's still trying to crash mines? Is it? I cannot change that. Looking at my box here, the title is I just want to talk about Pokemon. At least that should be it. Here, hang on. That should fix it. And if not, people will figure it out. So yeah, this is it. Look at how fucking exciting all this shit is. This is so cool. Nope, it just changed. It's better. Perfect. Alright, I just had to hit do it. See, you just had to tell me. You had to mention it. And that made it all work out. I can't do it on my own. I need you guys to... Oh, Goblin King, please change the name of the stream. Twin's gonna make Doug do an impression of the witch from Banjo. You're too distracted with your cool new cottagecore room. I really was. It's so fucking cute. It's adorable. And look, and guys, you're on a cake because you're sprinkles, you see. So yeah, lots of fun, exciting things to talk about today. So are we ranking all the Paldea Pokemon? You know, I think I could do that. Maybe not ranking all 100, no. There's like 1,008 Pokemon. And I don't know if I could do that. I watched Alpha Rat do that, and that looked heinous. But I think I could probably rank the Paldea Pokemon. I think they're all really cool. Like I mentioned it the other day, that it's tough to pick like a least favorite, you know, cause I think they're not the Paradoxmons though, correct? What do you mean, like not ranking them, or I don't like them? I think they're all cool. I like them a lot. Do you like how I asked you what aesthetic you would want for your room in chat yesterday, being 0% subtle with it? Yeah, you were like, hey, twins, what kind of room, theoretically, would you want as a background? And I was like, oh, I was thinking about doing this, and whatever. And then, like, right after stream, you were like, hey, twins, can I give you an early Christmas gift? Not including them because they're part of it. Oh yeah, well, definitely not today, but maybe in a future stream. I wouldn't mind. I gotta do, you know what I really gotta do? I've got my, my Husbando tier list. It was like the first Husbando tier list I did. Wow. An eternity ago it was. But I ranked a shitload, 100. I'm pretty sure there are 100 of them, of the male, Pokemon characters. And I gotta remake it. So I can add the, I wasn't using Tier Maker. Yeah, no, I crushed and squished around PNGs. And it got the job done, for sure. But Tier Maker is a lot more efficient. But, so, I want to add the Scarlet and Violet characters to it. But to do that, I need to re-download all 100 of the PNGs. And then also crop them and upload them to Tier Maker. So, oops. just have to do that again. It's fine. It's whatever. We'll be okay. But yeah, I've got my 3 favorite new characters. I've got them with me here. I've got like little dolls of them on my desk. Dude, all the characters though in Scarlet Violet, they're so likable. Like, there are no mid characters, you know, because usually, you know, there's a new Pokemon game and it's like, oh, you know, Viola's kind of weak, or whatever. Loving the new setup. Dude, it's all thanks to Critter. Judgmental Critter made all of this. It's all her. She's the queen. But yeah, I think all the new characters in Scarlet and Violet are so much fun. Especially the gym leaders, obviously. But Team Star really surprised me. Let's talk about Team Star, because I really liked them. So we've been doing it for a while now, where the evil, quote-unquote evil team aren't really all that evil. It all kind of started with, hi Messiah, it all kind of started with, Team fucking Guzma, what are they called? Skull, Team Skull. They were like, yo, we're punks, but actually, we're not that bad. and then they kind of did that again with Team Yell as well. And so, you know, I'm not too surprised that Team Star ended up being, misunderstood, kind of a thing. But, like, they did it in a really nice way, you know? It wasn't just... I think Team Yell is the weakest version of that iteration they've done, where it's like, fucking... They were just normal characters. They were normal people, and then sometimes, Hop would be like, oi, fuck these guys, let's beat them up, and then we did. But, I don't know, Team Star was written really well. I really felt bad that they're all like, I'm like, oh no, they were all bullied, but they're friends now, and they don't make fun of each other, even though they have, like, their weird quirks. They all really support each other. So yeah, absolutely love Team Star. I love how Game Freak took the time to animate the Team Star leader with the big red boots walking funny. I love her. Fucking Mela. She's the first one I fought, fun fact. I fought every single thing out of order. I didn't do anything in the proper order in Pokemon. But Mela was the first Team Star member I fought. It should have been Giacomo, but I went the wrong way, because there were more things over there. And I didn't mind. I didn't mind that it was a tough fight. But then, like, she walks up to me and she like marches and I'm like, oh, because you see her and it's like, those are some pretty extreme boots, this must be difficult to walk in. Like, I actually thought that. And then yeah, she was like, looks like I can't bend my knees, and clearly it's like a deliberate thing, like no one else walks stupidly, and it's so funny. She's hilarious to me. It becomes clear quite quickly the Team Star are not evil, but in a way that you still wind up, like, taking them seriously, for sure. Dude, the toughest battle I had in all of the game was Atticus, the Poison Star leader. Like, fucking Atticus beat the shit out of me. I was a little underleveled, admittedly, but I was like, yeah, I've got, like, psychic Pokemon, I can take him. Whatever, let's bring it on. And I used like fucking like at least 7 revives. I had actually given up. I was like, I'm gonna lose. I don't think I can win this. I need to level up and come back. But I had a Tinkatuff, and she like toughed it out so you won't cry. You know how they'll do that. And I was like, oh no, we can't do it. We can't. and then I did manage to beat him, but boy, it was fucking rough. And I loved that. I loved by me going the wrong way and fighting things out of order, it gave me a challenge in Pokemon that I've been wanting for a long time now. Aerie destroyed me so many times. I was scared of her. I was so, like, I fought her the one time because she's standing outside her gate. You know, usually you'll fight like a Team Star grunt, but she was out there. And I fought her, and I was like, okay, so that was really hard. So then I became a pussy bitch, and I ran away, and I just ran to the mountains to train because I was scared. Modern teams are just teenagers that think they're super bad boys, but still have a 9 p.m. curfew for real. I prefer that over, like, the over-edgelord, like, listen, I love Lysander. Lysander was lame, though, being like, I'm going to murder everyone with Pokemon and fashion. Boring, boo, lame. Having it be, yeah, we're hot shit, but also my mom just called, and I need to go. I think that's way more fun. For me, it was the fighting leader, Aerie. She spammed gear grind too much, or so much. She, since I did level up, it wasn't too tough for me. It helps also that I had a psychic and a fairy type on my team. Like, I had a psychic and a fairy. So, you know, I was pretty good against fighting, but But yeah, she's tough. She's the hardest one. You're supposed to fight her last. I fought the fairy guy last because Allison convinced me that he was definitely the strongest one. And I was like, probably. I mean, that's how it always is, right? Like Vegeta and Nappa. She's Nappa and he's Vegeta. No. Aries the strongest. My favorite is Iono. Love her outfit. Want to cosplay as her one day. Iono's so fun, dude. Raihan has many really good ships. Raihan X Leon is good. Raihan X Pierce is good. But I think Raihan X Iono is too much fun. They can live stream together. It's their height difference. He's like 7'7" and she's like 4'3". That's the funniest thing on earth to me. I love that. Speaking of out of order, I did the hardest Titan before I did 4 gyms, and my 3 gym was the Ghost Gym, and the 4th one was Ice Gym. Yeah, you went out of order. I fought one of the Titans, and the one in the desert, and I was like, it killed me. It just destroyed me. I legit forgot his name wasn't actually Lysanderoth. So that made me go, alright, cool. I guess I'm not strong enough to fight that one yet. That was the one time that I was like, alright, I'll come back. I don't care for wrestling, but they made Eri cute in spite of the wrestler aesthetic. Yeah, she's super cute. I like to think she has like a soft voice, you know, instead of being like, hey punk, you wanna wrestle? Instead, cause she's still really intimidating, but I like the idea of her being like, kind of airy in her voice, like, guys, this is bad. Someone's taking over all the Team Star leaders and we're running out of people to fight, you know? But, like, just the mix of that plus her also being like, let's fucking wrestle, you punk bitch, is good shit. Also crazy it took this much time to get an actual female wrestler character in Pokemon. I mean, I guess. We've had plenty of female martial artists. But yeah, she gets to join Crasher Wake and Professor Kukui in the ring. Well, that's a cool ass group of people right there. Actually, evil team leader peak at Team Galactic, in your opinion? You know, so it was the, like, special animations that they did for Pokemon. I forgot what they were called. Pokemon Generations or something? They had, like, a couple of, like, 3 little shorts, one for each generation. And they featured Team Galactic in one of them. That is what makes me agree. I like fucking Cyrus because of that animation they did. In-game, I think he's kind of whatever. But that animation really helped nail him home, so I'm gonna agree. Raihan and Iono are collab buddies, for real. Dude, I think it actually would be really fun if they, like, played into Iono being a streamer, and, like, for, like, their YouTube channel, like the Pokemon YouTube channel, if they announced DLC or something via it being her quote-unquote live streaming, you know, or like uploading a video. That'd be really cute. I think having Iono be a streamer is a great idea. I'm surprised it took them this long to get to it, but they nailed it. They really nailed every element of her. Cerulege was my go-to Mon by the end of the game. Only level 100 at the moment. Yeah, I've also got a Cerulege, and dude, I named him Gawain. I don't know who that is, but it's a knight from the Round Table. And they're too cool. I can't see what voice actors they'll get for everyone in the anime. I agree, it'll be so much fun. Dude, I want to see Team Star become, like, the next Elite Four if this game gets an actual sequel, like Black and White. Oh, that'd be cute. They have so fucking many. Hi, welcome. Well, welcome, Yuri. They've got so many characters in this game. I'm glad that, like, there's so fucking many. First, they brought back the Elite Four, finally. Yes, thank the Lord. 2, I love that there's just so fucking many. There's the gym leaders, the Team Star members, and the teachers. Like, I'm swimming in all these. It's like that meme of like, how am I supposed to carry all of these characters? They're so fun. They're all so fun. And yeah, it'd be cool to see Team Star either be like the Elite Four or at least like some gym leaders or teachers. I think that'd be really fun. Tulip is so beautiful. Yo, she is really pretty. I also like how old games were like, this is Sabrina. She has telekinesis and can teleport and shoots psychic blasts. And then I like how Tulip's like, I like makeup. Anyway, let's fight. I'm glad about that. I'm glad that they didn't feel the need to make every single psychic gym leader also be literally psychic. She might be, but that doesn't matter. She cares way more about her makeup line than being psychic, and I think that's fun. I hope this one gets a Black and White 2 treatment, where the sequel games are after a big time skip. That'd be cool. I don't expect any more like Black and White. I don't expect Scarlet and Violet 2. I never really do. It'd be super fun though. I'd love to see like what new teachers come into the school, you know, where all the Team Star kids end up, stuff like that. It would be really fun. Also, top tier Elite Four in this game. All of them are fantastic. It's true. Dude, Hassel's one of my favorite people on planet Earth. Hassel, should be on my desk as well. I like that he cries. He's too much fun. You want an Armor Rogue, character after the Gundam character? I see. I've never really been into Gundam, but I hope for the best for you. I was assuming she just used it for aesthetic with her butterflies moving. Maybe. Like, she's like, yeah, I'm using my psychic powers to make my outfit on fleek, but, you know, well, anyway, let's fight. Hassel X Brassius OTP. I saw fan art of that earlier, and you know what? I don't even mind it. I've got more silly headcanons, by the way, in terms of families in this game. So, fucking, I never felt more like I was in a real classroom than when my teacher spontaneously burst into tears. I believe, so, headcanon, this is so minor. I like to think that Tulip is related to Olympia. They have very similar hair. That's where that ends. But also, I made a whole video about Giacomo, just because he had very similar hair to Grimsley. But yeah, I think Tulip is Olympia's daughter. And I like to think that Hassel is related to Lance and Claire, just because his story deals with him being part of, like, a legacy of dragon trainers. And I'm like, that'd be cool. That'd be cool if he's related to those losers. Funny story, I was trying to think of a name for my Fuecoco and my girlfriend. She decided to name my starter Taki after the spicy chip. How fun. Also, congrats on the girlfriend. That is really cute. I named my, Sprigatito Baba. I named it after Deku Babas in, like, in Zelda. Let's get different music playing. There we go. So yeah. Half the time it's like, what do I name this? Like, you catch a new Pokemon, it's like, great, I need to give it a name. And then, even though you know, that'll make it more difficult for you to remember what the Pokemon is actually called. Named Quaxley Pate, named Fuecoco Pedro. Nice. All good nicknames. Dude, I'm also really happy that they've, like, figured out how to make rivals in this game. Trevor and Tierno and Shauna had really let me down all those years ago. How are you pronouncing Fuecoco? Probably incorrectly. I think it's just Fuecoco. Like, I think I'm putting too much emphasis on the E. but I'll admit, Spanish is not my first language. It's not my second language. It's not in my lexicon confidently. But yeah, fucking Arvin and Nimona, and it's Fuego. Oh, so Fuecoco. Oh, that does sound, yeah, that sounds right. I wasn't off. I'll say Fuecoco and Fuecoco. Those are not too dissimilar. I could have been saying it way more off. I'll do my best to remember, because ever since they first debuted the Pokemon, I was like, Fuecoco. Also, Fuecoco line, might replace Charizard as my favorite starter. Nice! So, the final evolution of Fuecoco, like, I think it's still very cool. I think it's my least favorite of the group, but in general, I think they're real 10 out of 10s. Skeledirge's voice is dope. I haven't heard, like, I can't comment on that. I fought one once. In my head, it just sounds the same as Crocodile. Nemona was the first nice rival I actually like. Cause she executed perfectly, that she's older than you, student council, and already a champion, so it makes sense that she would help you. Yeah. It was really nice. I liked that they went with the route of her just being like, I want to see you be good. I want to fight you. I have fun fighting you. I want to see you do better. I'm glad that you're beating me, because that means you'll actually be a challenge for me later. I think they did that really well. They've done rivals a couple different ways, especially recently. And I think it's good. My only critique with Nemona is that she still does the thing where if you fight her, and then, like, you get a critical, or, like, you do, like, smart, typing, she comments on it. She doesn't take nearly as long to say anything as Hop did. Thank goodness. But yeah, I think Nemona is super fun. The only problem with Nemona is if you try to type her name in Google Docs, Google is like, you mean pneumonia. And it's like, fucking no, stop. Let me type her fucking name. Sprigatito and Quaxley line took some time to get used to for me. Watching Allison got Quaxley and seeing her little guy, the evolution line, it was so much fun. I mean, because he was already so pompous. And then him becoming, time for me to dance. It felt so right. Versus, like, in Galar, I really like Sobble, but him suddenly becoming, and now I'm a cool spy, it was like, I don't know, this feels like it kind of came out of nowhere. I think Quaxley had, like, a clear path that it was going down. I think this is the first time since Gen 2 where I like another starter more than the water starter, and in both cases it's a fire starter. That's so fun. Yeah, and for Sprigatito, I didn't mind, from second one. I was like, what are you gonna evolve into? Okay, looks like a little trickster. And that's cool. I'm glad that for it's being another cat, it is like the antithesis of what Incineroar was. Incineroar, big, wrestler, loud, and that's all great. And then Meowscarada being sneaky, roguish, mwahahaha. It's fun. I think it's really nice. I like all the starters in this game a lot. I wish they programmed the game so her team changed in each battle. Nemona? I mean, it technically does. She gets new Pokemon as she goes. Rather than, it's not full on N where she's like pulling totally different things. But also her team's, like, well built. I got the impression that, like, she just has a shitload of Pokemon. And it's like, okay, so next time I fight Protagonist, I used my level 5 Rockruff last time. So this time, I think I'm gonna grab the level 17 Rockruff, I don't mind that her team isn't, like, drastically changing each time, because she strikes me as the kind of person who is like, no, I'm crafting the perfect team. You see, I'm trying to get all the type advantages that I can, and also with this one's ability, like, that's what I got. But it would be cool to see her perhaps pull out more Pokemon more often. Though, she did also mention at the beginning of the game that she has trouble catching Pokemon, so maybe she was like, I'm gonna catch this new thing, so then when I fight Protagonist, I'll have this new thing, and then she just fucked it up. And she's like, no, shit, damn it, why am I so bad at catching Pokemon? Do like the peacock element to the water tail. Oh yeah, it's super cool. I feel like this is the first peacock Pokemon we've had, and it's like, How? Everyone was going on and on about Sprigatito standing up. All I wanted was a girthy water final evolution because they keep ending up as skinny stick figures recently. That's a good point. They have all been quite slim recently. You did not get that. But perhaps next time we'll come flying back in with a chonky boy. I'm tired of this song. Let's pick a different song. We'll go back to this one. I have to delete Canon and D and Brandenburg from my list. They're bad. Absolutely cackled when it stood up right away. Oh, for real. I also, I took a picture of, hi, welcome, check out the background, Critter Druid, wow. Yeah, Sprigatito evolved, and I took a picture of it, and I was gonna send it to you guys, being like, I'm guffawing. Because everyone had made such a hullabaloo about it, and I'm like, stand up just to make them mad. Bring back water chonk like Feraligatr, Blastoise. Yeah, the first three were pretty chonky. Blastoise, Feraligatr, Swampert. What's the Sinnoh? Empoleon is kind of mid in terms of chunkiness. And then Unova. Oh, Samurott. Also, I'm gonna describe it as mid in terms of chunk. I guess it's been a trait recently, but there's been a decent amount of flabby boys in the water lines. They've had more chunky than non-chunky, to be honest, yeah. It'd be nice, I guess, since it's just been, in a row, with Primarina, and then Inteleon, and now, Quaxly's evolution. Yeah, I think that makes it more, feel more standout kind of thing. Kind of like how we've only, kind of like the firefighters, You'd say Empoleon is chunkier than Swampert? Maybe Swampert just feels chunky because of its mega. If we're taking that into account, he's the chunkiest. Yeah. I'm surprised that this game doesn't have, it doesn't have its own Rattata. Because usually you'll see those kinds of things a lot. This game's version of Rattata. Oh, it's a fucking Gumshoos. Or, oh, it's this game's version of Pidgey. A default, bird that flies and it's got its three evolutions, it's that kind of thing. And I'm glad that they've broken away from that. You can make connections if you wanted to. I suppose we could call Shroodle the Rattata of this generation, but it feels so different that it's I guess if we have to Lechonk, are we saying Pawmi technically? No, Pawmi is the Pikachu clone. Yeah, Pawmi is Pikachu clone. And I also love that Pawmi actually evolves. That's so fun. And that it's fighting, that's delightful. I love fighting type Pokemon. I want to say the reason why they're skinny is for aerodynamics in the water, but that didn't stop them from making chunky water types like Mega Swampert. Yeah. I mean, that's the thing with things in the water, isn't it? Half of them are svelte, half of them are literal whales, and then there you got just fucking jellyfish. Lechonk feels closer to Poochyena. Yeah, well, that's the thing, there aren't any, clear kind of one-to-one things this time around. Watchroll exist. It's a bird. But you don't find them in the starting area like how you would with Pidgey or Hoot Hoot or, all those classic, early game, Toucannon's evolutions, and it only evolves the one time, so it breaks the convention. They seem to have just been we're breaking conventions this time. I don't want to make the millionth Just a Fish Pokemon. I mean, they've got Veluza, but it's not just a fish. It's part psychic. Did you know that? It took me until, this week to figure out what Veluza's type was. Well, staying on topic, yet also off topic, which Gen 9 Pokemon do you think would be a great fit for potential Smash 6? Ooh. I am biased insane. I think Cerulege is pretty cool. I think it's two sword. Hi, welcome. Look at the background. Critter made it. We're talking about Pokemon. I think Cerulege two sword hands could be a lot of fun to deal with. That'd be neato. Yeah. Yeah, so I'll say that. Yeah. At least as like a ball Pokemon, you know, like the item. That'd be a lot of fun. I would have to like look at a list of the full Pokedex to have a confident answer there. I guess let's look fucking the whole Pokedex. I wanted Lechonk to evolve into Heckin' Boy to keep the meme aesthetic. I was a little bit Pawmot. Ooh, Pawmot would be really cool. Worm dude, just switch it up. Dude, fucking Wiglet. Okay, Wiglet's the funniest thing on earth, except for fucking Toad's Cool and Toad's Cruel. Those things, they make me laugh so much. I love them. They look like fucking freaks. They're little freaks running around, and I love them. I love that they've just been like, yeah, it looks like Diglett. It's not Diglett, though. Anyway. Oh. Okay. Oh, yeah. So, Lechonk's evolution, what's it called? What's it fucking called? Oinkologne. Because it's Oink and Cologne. I was a little bit disappointed. Not like in a, oh, game's ruined, don't like the pig. But I just wanted a cooler pig. I hate them. Will punt / affectionate. Which worm, dude? The Diglett worm or the Steel Titan worm? Yeah, the Steel Titan guy. He's also, those things are my favorite new iteration of, this is, at a distance it looks like a Pokeball, but then you get closer and surprise! It was really a Pokemon! Because it's not like obvious about it, you know? Like, not literally just Voltorb being a Pokeball, or Amogus being just a mushroom that looks like a Pokeball. And those are fun and all too. But, this little Titan wormlet boy, I'll see them in the distance and be like, Pokeball? No, it's fucking one of the worms again. Dude! Mousehold. Mousehold, oh my gosh. Have you guys heard about Mousehold? How the hell did you just pronounce Amogus? I pronounced it too similar to Among Us. I like got rid of an O and the N. Let's talk about Mousehold really quick and how it's insane. Because it's got a move called Population Bomb. That's the move. And it just decimates things. If you set it up properly, it can hit 10 times, and it's so good. I love it. And it has r/Pokemon shitting itself. r/Pokemon is crying and, oh, booey hooey hooey, I don't like the mousies. And I'm so glad that they have completely tipped over the meta, and then everyone has to now figure out how do we handle the mice. Didn't the Pokedex of Fungus / Amoonguss say that the Pokeball was inspired by them? Oh, maybe. Maybe, yeah. They do tend to kind of like to do that sometimes. It just so happens to have a similar color scheme, and long enough that it can, that, like, the red beam kind of looks like, yeah, that the worm kind of, what's it called, actually? What's the worm? Yeah, everything about it is just enough. Orthworm, I believe. Yeah. To, like, trick you. Dude, Scavolian, so Capsakid's evolution, those things are little freaks. The little two-headed guys. I love them. Also, Farigiraf. The Girafarig evolution. There's so many good Pokemon in this generation. I cannot handle it. I love them all so fucking much. They're all little freaks. Hi, welcome. We're talking about Pokemon. the way they evolve, I was picnicking and I was just like, what happened? A glitch? Yeah, mouse hold. How they just do it. Just like suddenly. Well, Palafin just got banned. Oh no. Why? What's the deal with Palafin? Why is it too strong? Let me see if I can suss it out. Let me go grab it. Dude, I spent so fucking long. I spent like an entire day looking for a Frigibax. That's the new dragon type Pokemon of the area. And I saw one trainer with it and I was like, I want that. I want it. And I was so hard trying to find one of those little bitches, but I did. Palafin's like wishy-washy in terms of power. It just has high stats. Oh, well, that's kind of boring, isn't it? Wait, how did you evolve Mousehold? I walked around with it, like how you evolve, Palmot. So, to evolve Mousehold, I think it just happens at, like, level 25, but there's just no animation. Yeah, that's why it's weird. Mousehold evolve in front of my salad. Because Palafin is mono wander type with 550 base stats, and it's a pivot, so you can never kill it. I think people should just get good, then. I think there's nothing wrong with Palafin, and I think these people just need to actually, maybe learn a thing or two about handling Pokemon. Hang on. Palafin has a higher attack stat than Landorus. Well then, beat it. And just take it out then, you know? So not everything can be easy, that's what I say, but I'm not in the competitive meta by any means. What do you think of the 4 Chinese Pokemon? I think they're super fly. We won't discuss them too much, but I think they're a lot of fun. I think they're super cool. I wish we had more information about them. That's the big thing. I like that there's like a mystery around them. I want to know more about them. And finding the stakes was so much fun. I really liked doing that. I felt so cool finding all the stakes. And their designs are really fun. The snail was the one that I had the most trouble catching. That's it. Also, Palafin has 60 base power. Move, stab, that also always hits first. Yeah, so, yeah, sometimes Pokemon are strong. I get why they would ban it. Everyone would have Palafin. But I love Annihilape. JD, I love Annihilape. It's so fucking cool. It's a fighting ghost. I don't know if we've gotten a fighting ghost before. Also, it's so whack. It evolves by using, like, fucking Rage Fist or some shit. And that's awesome because you have to use one move like 20 times. And it's implied that, because there's like a Pokedex entry of Primeapes from Sun and Moon that implies that it can become so angry that it dies. And that's what it is. That's what Annihilape is. It's so cool. I really like Annihilape. I found 3 stakes, I think. I found a good number of them on my own, but then I realized that there were still way more to find, so I looked up a guide, but I was having a lot of fun finding them on my own when I thought there was only so many. And then I realized, oh, there are 4 of these things. Oh. You would love a firework Pokemon sometime? Oh, that'd be really cool. Huh? Smogon banning Pokemon. Banning something doesn't equal to it being oh, I see, never mind. You're talking about statistics. That's fine. Marshadow was ghost fighting. Ooh, I think you're right. But that was also like a legendary or whatever, so it's nice to have Annihilape as like just an available. I love wacky type combinations like that. I want another evolution of Primeape where it goes to therapy and becomes a second. Are we allowed to talk about Paradox Pokemon? Yes. I'll say yes. Yeah, we can talk about Paradox Pokemon. Just not, like, the plot around them. My favorite part about Paradox Pokemon, at least for the ones in Violet, is that they all their names start with iron. And I can't say iron right. And because I say it like that. Ancient ones are top tier. I like them all. They're really fun. Really cool. Fighting them was really exciting. They're real 10 out of 10. I like them a lot. King Gambit's the coolest Pokemon. That's what I gotta say. King Gambit, oh my gosh. That was the one I was talking about in Jack. King Gambit's the evolution of Bisharp. And it's the one that's got the move that's, oh, it's so fucking good. It's so fucking good and cool. I can't talk about it again. But yeah, its move is just the smartest thing on planet Earth. It's so fucking cool. I was like, Bisharp was already cool, and now I'm like, it's even better. Kowtow Slash or something like that. Yeah. Oh my gosh, it being the bow, but then he cuts you. It fucks me up. You wish they weren't all robots. I mean, you know, it's kind of the point, isn't it? I like the Scarlet Paradox forms more, but I got Violet due to the Hot Professor. Dude, so that's, you know, my question is, why did they make a past for Magneton? Seems more of a, I mean, how do you make it more future, though? Just put some neon lights on it? I think kind of mixing it up in that way, because we got a future version of Hariyama. And Hariyama's kind of like a classic sort of vibe. It would have been easier to make it, you know, in the past. And I think going the opposite direction is just more interesting, you know? What the fuck was I saying? Oh, Professor Turo. Okay, let's talk about Professor Turo. That's the male professor in Violet. I think he's so mid. People are like, it's so okay that other people are like, Turo's my husband. I want to marry Professor Turo. That's all right. Nothing wrong with that. But I'm just like, he's whatever. I'm like, he's a fine guy. That's all he is. I'm so uninterested in Turo. Finally someone says the truth. He's not even the Giga Chad meme. He's just a man with 5 o'clock shadow. He's nothing. He's not even like the buffest person in Pokemon. Kukui was more of a Giga Chad than Turo. Jacques Hodder changed my mind. Challenge equals impossible. I'm glad I started with Violet. I would have been devastated with Sada. Yeah. But anyway, but he's a man with a 5 o'clock shadow. With a skin-tight suit. Yeah, and he's boring. He's boring. I would fuck Larry any day of the week, and Turo does nothing for me. Turo is just there. Turo's if the Giga Chad meme didn't go to the gym and just stayed inside like a nerd. So a normal person, a human being. That's all Turo is. Turo is just a man. I have no outstanding opinions about Sada. Except every time I hear her name, I think of that one Vine of a guy being like, can I get carne asada? Carne a what? Asada. Sada. Saguaro is harder than Turo. He is! Professor Saguaro, he's super fly. I think he's cool. Professor, that's my problem. I call all the teachers professor. And I'm like, I can't do that. Because there are professors. But yeah, Saguaro is super fly. All the teachers are really cool. I like them a lot. I've only seen... only seen NSFW fan art of Jacques. I didn't even look it up. Which one's Sororo? The one with the big mustache, wearing pink shirt. He does home ec. Teaches you how to make sandwiches and shit. So, the language professor, he's alright. Yeah, Salvatore's, he's okay. Not my personal favorite, but he's by no means bad, you know? The professor in Pokemon Go is hotter than Turo. Yes, there you go. If you want a guy wearing a skin-tight suit, they are not a rarity in media. Hello, Salvatore. All the teachers, dude. Okay, real talk. Miss Rayford, the history teacher. She's the coolest one. She's so fucking cool. I want to dress like her. But I would look like a jackass. If I wore a fucking Canadian suit like that, all denim, people would be like, look at that poser. But she's so fucking cool. Like I said, Miriam is my favorite of the faculty. Which one's Miriam? Oh! The nurse! She is really cute. I like to think Miriam's last name is Joy, and she's technically a Nurse Joy, but we just know her on a first name basis. I think that's fun. Dude, okay, also the fighting teacher lady, I forgot her name. Dendra, I believe. So, first she shows up to help Tulip, and it's like, why are you here? And Dendra's like, oh, because, like, I lost a bet a long time ago, and so now I, like, have to be her servant or something. And I was like, okay. I ship that. I ship Dendra and Tulip. But then Dendra also shows up with Miriam and is like, I just want to make a sandwich for you because you work so hard. And I'm like, what do I do? She's so fun with her stupid meat sandwich. If Turo was as buff as Saworo and wore a skin-tight suit, then he'd be a husbando. There you go. Now you're getting it. The math teacher is interesting, as she is the missing type specialist in the region. And related... Yeah, she is. She's, Rhyme and Time are sisters, which is a lot of fun. And... I played Violet, personally. And I would stick with Violet. Personally. But yeah, I like Rhyme and Time a lot because also they kind of feel like a small reference to Agatha and Bertha. Bertha is of course ground, not rock, but they're also, it's a very popular fan theory that they are sisters. They look so similar. And we also got, like, a reference, an allusion to that perhaps being, to some degree, like, of them being kind of related, because one of the, Misfortune sisters in Arceus Legends, she used a Gengar and like, a Rhydon. So, like, she used one of each of their Pokemon. And now... And now, what the fuck am I saying? And now we got Rhyme and Time, and they're that again. It's Ghost and Rock, and I think that's fun. Does the Scarlet Pokemon's wheels have, like, guts? Yeah, they don't use it as wheels. I've watched over Allison's shoulder a couple times. It just runs, it's like, think of it like a frog's, throat. And how it, like, expands and shit. Think of it more like that. Rather than, because it is wheel looking, but it's not a wheel. And part of me is like, that's stupid. But then another part of me is like, it'd be kind of weird if it just had wheels though. But also it's Pokemon. I wouldn't question it too much, you know? Oh, and we need to talk about Arven. Because I love him so fucking much. So Allison especially was like, I want to push this kid over. And I kind of agree. At first, Arven, like, he's a bit of a jerk, you know? He's standoffish. But I think immediately, like, the second second time you talk to him, where he's like, hey, by the way, I'm looking for, like, these herbs, do you want to maybe come find those with me? I was like, no, I think this kid's alright, and Arven's story is my favorite part of the game, honestly. I had so much fun. I was like, even though fighting Titan Pokemon was the thing that interested me the least. I was like, whatever, big Pokemon. I'll go fight them. Yeah, but one, the fact that upgrades your bike movement, 10 out of 10. But the thing that I really cared about was the fact that Arven's story was so good. I was like, I need to help Arven. Once you get introduced to Mabosstiff, it's like, I need this to go well. I need Arven to be happy. This needs to work out. So, Arven's story was real 10 out of 10. And is genuinely my favorite part of the game. Fido is really cute. There's a lot of good dogs in this game. There's like 3 whole good dog lines. Fido and Mastiff were on your team the whole game. I had caught a Mastiff, but it was like after I'd already evolved my Sprigatito. And I was like, you're gonna be dark. I feel like this is gonna be dark, and I didn't need 2 dark-type Pokemon, but I do love Mastiff. Def, when I saw Mabosstiff, I dropped everything to help him. For real. It's so like, no! So yeah, Arven, they've done a great job. I don't want to downplay how well the writing has improved for this game. Pokemon games writing is for me, my favorite starter for the game is Sprigatito. I really liked it a lot. Quaxley is a lot of fun though. Yeah, so writing in Pokemon has never been its strongest point. Way back in the day, we had shit like Team Rocket members going, I like being evil. It's so satisfying to punch children, shit like that. But then even, like, as we progressed forward, and, like, even at the best of times, with things like Hop's story, which I thought was really good as well, the writing was still, it was fine, it was whatever. It was never the strongest element to Pokemon. But for Scarlet and Violet, I think they really kicked it up a notch. They were like, we can do this. I know we can. And then they did. Like, not only with Arven's story, Team Star, I was constantly excited to learn more about the Star members and how like, they all got along and what happened and everything. And I was really intrigued with, like, fucking Clive. Oh my fucking Clive. hang on, let me blow my nose. I'm not crying, but I might. That's a lie. Oh lord. Clive was the funniest fucking thing on planet Earth. Guy on the right is Dripped. Yeah, that's Giacomo. He's fucking cool. I want to be his friend. You think they added another small detail of the next game? Oh, they do. People do theorize about that, don't they? What was the hint for Scarlet and Violet, though? If anyone has that, then maybe I can ruminate more efficiently. But yeah, Clavel. Oh, cause I saw the trailer and Clavel's there, and I was like, oh, is he gonna be evil? Cause. It's an older fella. He kind of gave off a similar vibe that we've gotten before with Pokemon villains of being like, yes, go collect the treasure, and then, I don't know, I wanted the treasure for myself. He's not evil. What a surprise. But the fact that they made me really care about Clavel via Clive. It's the funniest fucking thing. In the German version, Clavel asks you what cringe means. Yo, in the English version, he asks you another kind of slang. What does this slang mean? And I didn't know it. I guessed. I was like, I think it means this. And I was like, I don't fucking know. But yeah, I was so glad that one, he wasn't evil, that there was no secret surprise. You thought that person was the bad guy, but really, it was I, Champion Rose. I was the villain all along, and me, Lucami. I'm glad they didn't do that again. And Chugi, yeah, that was the one. And I'm like, I don't think I've ever heard Chugi once in my life. the book Arvin gives you has a pic of Ancient Entei. I'll have to look at that. Because I don't know. Maybe that's just hinting at DLC. Maybe we'll have DLC where we get kind of like how in the Crown Tundra DLC we got like the new versions of the bird trio. Maybe that's what they're hinting at there. I'm starting to get to the age where I don't know what new slang means. Yeah, like, I learn, but the amount of time it took me to figure out if based was good or not was too long. Like, I am that meme. It's fucking from Rarks and Peck. From Parks and Rec. Oh, the song ended. It was just so fucking quiet that it was impossible to tell. Where it's like, I don't know what word means, and at this point, I'm too afraid to ask. That's just me. All the time. I'm not even that old and I'm still having trouble keeping track of slang. Yeah. I mean, eventually, you just gotta be like, I just won't use that one. I don't need to, you know, whatever, man. I just won't use that. I'll just let the kids say what they want. As long as they're not hurting anybody and I can figure out what they're saying. That's all I need. Like, I'll see some weird ass word and go, okay, I guess this is a word now. Yeah. Same, when I heard based, or when someone called me boss, I was like, the fuck? Boss, I think, was easy. Because it's like, you know, boss, I mean, generally speaking, it's like, okay, that sounds like a positive, but but outside of, like, normal conversation, it's like, is boss a compliment? Well, I mean, I don't know. I will just not speak. Let's write down new Pokemon game titles. Pokemon Angel and Devil. My example, like, as the, like, if I'm talking about a hypothetical next generation, I usually jump to, like, Pokemon Earth and Sky. That's what I would do. If I was in charge and someone was like, Twins, you need to name the next Pokemon games. Earth and Sky, I guess. They're all just secretly red and blue again. If you pay attention. Gold and Silver, that's just fancy red and blue. Ruby and Sapphire, that's just gem red and blue. Diamond and Pearl, pearlescent red and blue. X and Y is the only outlier, but they colored them red and blue. Black and White, monochrome red and blue. I've never heard Riz. This is the introduction to the slang Riz for me. Pokemon mommy issues and Pokemon daddy issues. Monochrome, haha. Are you making fun of me? It's not really. It's inaccurate. Black and white. Shut up. You're not rizzed up? I guess no. I'm pretty unrizzed, if I do say so myself. I guess if I had any outstanding complaint for Scarlet and Violet, it's that I do wish we had more clothes options. I wanted at least in post-game, cause, you know, okay, so they gave us the good excuse. You're at school. You need to wear your uniform. And it's like, you know what? That's fine. They gave us 4 different versions of the uniform, which was all pretty neato. Riz is like a game or whatever. Basically, how well you pull females. I see. They just say game, and it just seems redundant. Yeah, the uniforms are kind of ugly. I think they're fine. It would be cool if we had a skirt option. You know, I'd love either just more ways to accessorize the uniforms, either like with a skirt option, or let me, you know, let me like mix and match the kinds of uniforms. Maybe I want to wear the shorts, but a long sleeve shirt. Let me wear a tie. Let me wear the suspenders. That kind of thing. Or just straight up more clothes options if they don't want to. accessorize more uniform things. I'm not, like, torn up about it. At the end of the day, being able to change up the socks, shoes, hats, and gloves, and backpack, and glasses, like, that was all pretty good. You know, they didn't completely get rid of customization, which is nice. But yeah, I'm like, oh, this is a bit of a bummer that I don't get to wear a different outfit. I'm hoping DLC will add more. You know, I do expect the game to get DLC. They established that that is doable with Sword and Shield, and I 100% will get all the DLC for Scarlet Violet. 1000%. I don't want this story to ever end. Yeah, the clothes options suck, and seeing Team Star blatantly wearing more variants made me like, why? Yeah, but they're also breaking the dress code. That's like the whole thing is, which one was the fashion designer? Atticus, I believe. Atticus was like, I made our outfits look so fucking cool. We just gotta befriend Atticus and be like, yo, Atticus, could you maybe make me an outfit? Yeah, more personality with the uniforms themselves would be amazing. I'm not miserable with our options, but more would definitely be cool. Yeah. You can never go wrong with more options, even if it's like, well, I don't like any of these more options. At least there are more options, you know? How about a Pokemon game where it has philosophy and makes you have an existential crisis? Sounds kind of boring. How do you do that? We've tackled so many big concepts with Pokemon. We've discussed the validity of religions. We've talked about origin and how that matters. We've talked about like blood and shit. I've gotten my existential crises out of Pokemon before. I don't think they could do it any more than they already have. There should be a Pokemon game where you play as the criminals for once. Only if they can frame it well. Because, you know, at the end of the day, I don't want to sit there and be like, I don't want the game to tell me, you are going to play the bad guy. You are playing Pokemon and you have to go beat up other trainers because we're villains. But if it's like, oh man, if you could just fight, you know, these trainers because they're trying to stop our villainy, but then everything's clearly also not villainous. I think they have to kind of go about it smartly, you know, if they want to make us part of the villain team. It's more likely these days with the villains being just misunderstood people rather than straight up, yo, I'm Giovanni. Let's go terrorize the dead. Really like how much you can customize your hair and makeup. Yeah, and the fact that you get to do that from the get-go. That you don't have to wait to get to a town with a hair salon to actually get to look like yourself. That's so good. I love that. Yeah, mouth and eye shape. That's the kind of thing I thought was a pipe dream. I was like, we'll never really get that. And then we did! Would like to see another Pokemon Legends game. 1000%. I hope they bring that back. I want Unova Legends. I think it'd be so cool seeing, like, the Wild West. Because Unova's supposed to be America. And America is cowboys and aliens. In terms of those broad stereotypes. And I think it'd be fucking rad. He did do that, didn't he? Forgot that Team Rocket are actual Poke murderers. Yeah. They just killed a Marowak. Because Giovanni's a bad guy. I wish we had like a longer hair option. I always do. And I get it. Video games struggle with the hair physics. You know, the one game that finally gave me the long hair I really wanted was Code Vein, and my hair is also always permanently clipping through the coats that I wear. And I get that. I get that hair physics are hard. But if Jita gets to have that long-ass hair, and Miriam gets to have her long-ass hair, and Iono, like, let me please have slightly longer hair. That's all I want. I don't want it in a ponytail. I just want it down and long. But I think this might be a me problem. Aliens would be the Alola Legends game. I don't know. The Ultra Beasts are from a different dimension. They aren't aliens. But also, we're kind of splitting hairs by being like, actually, Ultra Beasts aren't aliens. That is not how you pronounce. How do you pronounce it then? Since you seem to know everything. Since you're the pronunciation cop. It's a soft G, like goat. Gita? Is it Gita? Is that really how you pronounce that name, or are you just assuming? I sound fightier than I am. But do show your work. I'm joking. Yeah, I know it's a real name. I'm wondering if you actually know how to pronounce it. You also told me Giacomo was pronounced Giacomo, and that's wrong. That's not soft. Soft G sounds like J. Hard G is goat. I'm googling it. I'm googling it, so we can all calm down. You want a Pokemon game that takes place in the world with Ultra Beasts? Yeah, they introduced the Ultra Beasts and then just dropped them so fast, and it's like, okay, so it's more like Jote. Hi, Gemini. How to pronounce name. Hang on, it's loading.
To me, the word virtuosity is biased.
Oh my fucking just.
Share their experience. Hi, it's Pizza again. We have.
Critter's right. Critter's right. It's pronounced Gita. I was assuming it was like Gina. That was where I was working with. Cause I was like, I'll do my best. Do you know how long it took me to figure out Saworo's name is Saworo and not Sagawero? I was like, yeah, I think that might be Saworo. But I'm not confident. And then that's the thing, is I would be like, I think this is how that name is pronounced. I should look it up. And then I turn off the game and I immediately forget. As a short hair haver, I'm not starving much. Like, exactly the same cut as Gloria and Sword and Shield. Nice. Yeah, see, that's all you short hairs with your, you get to always look right in Pokemon. And meanwhile, I don't. There was a contestant on, like, Great British Baking Show with the name Gita. Ah, so you cheated. I see. You're a stinky cheater. Well, I won't go hard on you, because a part of me wants to, like, fight back and make fun of the way how you've pronounced things in the past, but that would be rude. I can take an L with a level of grace and dignity. Not a lot, but a level. You told me to show my work. That's my work. No, you showed your work, but this sounds like sass. You gotta drop the dude. I don't retain names, so I never mispronounce them. Oh yeah, Doug's here too. Don't forget about Doug. In my perfect world, I would want the Ultra Beasts to be, like, more dangerous threat than in the real world. It would be cool to have them come back, and if they were kind of like, just like, pseudo-legendaries in a way, you know? Like, if they weren't common Pokemon, but we could still find them hanging around, that'd be kind of neato, I guess. Or if we had just events where it's like, on you know, Monday at 8 p.m., a wormhole is opened up. You can now catch Bugswole in the area, that kind of a thing. That'd be kind of neat, too. Cause yeah, Ultra Beasts were fun. Dude, let's talk about terastallizing. Terastallizing? Terastallizing? Hang on. I will call it terastallizing. Until someone tells me I'm it's not terraform. But terrestrial, you'll never stop me. I can't. I cannot. Terastallizing. I think it's so much fun. So the crystals, like the big crown things that your Pokemon will don, they can look a little goofy. Especially the grass one. But that's fine, whatever. But in concept, like gameplay-wise, first, one, the lighting effect looks really good. The lighting effect is really pretty. That's nice. Cool. And two, as a gameplay mechanic gimmick, I've got the hiccups, oh no. I think they're so cool. I think they're the best new gimmick they've introduced. Okay, I think they're gone. So Mega Evolutions were really fun. I liked Mega Evolutions a lot. The idea of what Pokemon should get a Mega. That's so good. That's so fun. But they're clearly not coming back. And also, it was a bummer because only some Pokemon could Mega Evolve. And then also Dynamaxing had that same problem, where you could only Dynamax either in a gym or if you were fighting, like, you know, the raid battles. And, well, maybe I want to Dynamax whenever. And Terastallizing does that. Terastallizing has, like, fixed the problem. Every Pokemon can Terastallize, and it can happen wherever. The only caveat is, if you do it, you need a recharge. You have to go back to the Pokemon Center to get it recharged. And that's great. I think it's super fun. That's great. That's so... I think Terastallizing is the smartest gimmick addition that they've done, and I hope it, in essence, continues forward. Maybe not necessarily the same aesthetic, calling it a different thing or whatever, but I hope it basically always plays out like this going forward, because I think it's really cool. Good Toby song, that's all that matters. Also, it has absolutely saved my ass in some harder fights by erasing type weaknesses. Yes! Yes, I'm so lucky, because I finally found my little, ice dragon boy, my Frigibax, and I found one whose Terastallize type was dark. It's an ice dragon type Pokemon. But I can Terastallize, have him become dark, and then still beat the ass of any dragon-type Pokemon I find, because dragon is weak to dragon, and that's always the double-edged sword of it, is, well, my dragon's strong against yours, and it's like, but mine's weak to yours as well. But now I get to ignore that, because I found a good Pokemon. And I think it's super cool, super fun. It was also a surprising thing in the first gym. The first gym I fought was Brassius. I fought the grass gym first. And so he's like, he sends out his last Pokemon, and it's Sudowoodo, and I'm like, that's not a grass-type Pokemon. And so I prepared for a ground-type Pokemon, you know, what it is. But then having it Terastallize into his grass type, but it still has, like, Rock Throw and stuff, so it's good against Fire-type Pokemon. Brassius was the gym I struggled with the most because of that. And it was really fun. It was really cool. And I think it made gym battles, like, a really fun new kind of thing to consider. Of, shit, oh no. Okay, so that thing should have these moves, but if it's this type, then, you know, it meant actually thinking about it in a different way, which was really cool. There are so many cool competitive teams now, especially since you're less limited if you have a weak defensive typing like Ice, Bug, and Grass. Exactly. So yeah, I think they finally found it. I think that should just stick around. Kind of like how they introduced the regional differences for Pokemon, and then it was like, great, just keep doing that. And then they did. And I hope this comes back too, because this is too much fun. It would have been neat if it looked like Mega Evolution but made of crystals. I think that would have been too much. Like, it would have been cool, but I don't need a whole new form for every single Pokemon, especially since I do know that that would have been, like, so fucking much work. Like, in concept, yes, that would have been fucking rad, but in practice, I'm glad that they didn't do it, because I know that that probably would have limited how many Pokemon actually did get the ability, because otherwise, you have to make 1,008. One for every Pokemon. And some Pokemon have, like, different forms, you know, there's an example somewhere. We'll go with how Mousehold can have either a family of 4 or a family of 3, and are you gonna make a different one for each of those, kind of a thing? So, I agree in concept, but I think it would have been just so much work. Iono's Levitate Electric Magius was cool. Yeah, her Miss Magius was really fun. I also didn't expect Miss Magius. I'm surprised she doesn't have Magnemite on her team. So she's got her like, hair pieces. Also, Terra doesn't feel like a giant net positive and give you free wins. Yes, exactly. Like, I've absolutely had my terrestrialized Pokemon get the shit beaten out of them still. Like, you know, you Dynamax, and it's like, haha, now I win, you know? And I think they've balanced it really excellently. Terrestrializing would have been better by just removing the silly hats. Yeah, the hats, you know, they are kind of silly. But it is pretty nice that they do let you see, like, right off the bat what type it is. Like, yeah, they're big and bold, but also, I get to be like, oh, okay, good. It became a dark type. It became a ice type, whatever it is. So, you know, it's got pros and cons. Thoughts on the Dunsparce? I think it's hilarious. The Dunsparce is, you know, we all wanted Dunsparce to get, like, an evolution. And I think we all kind of wanted it to be cool. And now we've got the Dunsparce, which is just Dunsparce, but with a middle section. And it's the funniest thing. It's so stupid. I can't even be mad. I think it's hilarious. It's just so good. All of the new evolutions they've added, I think, are really fun. I unmentioned Faragariff. Fucking Faragariff. It's so stupid. In the goodest way. The name is stupid. I think Faragariff. I think the Pokemon is really cool. I like how they incorporated the tail. I think it's really fun. I want to do, like, another playthrough. but for Rivergraph, the name just makes me laugh so much. Having it just be a palindrome the other way, because that's what Girafarig, it's the same forwards and backwards, and for Rivergraph or whatever, it's the same thing. They've just inverted Girafarig's name, and it makes me laugh so fucking hard. I had heard tale of a Girafarig evolution before the game was released. But I didn't see anything, I didn't look it out, like, I didn't look for it. And seeing it show up was so fucking good. I was like, I'm so glad this is what it is. The only reason I didn't have one on my team is because I already had a psychic type. I had the big bird, the psychic Espartha or whatever they're called. I'm excited for when I actually know all their names confidently. That, you know how it is when a new generation drops and it's like, what's it called? What's that one? Yeah. And it takes like a couple months to be confidently say any Pokemon name. A friend told me Dunsparce evolved, but he sent me the message with an asterisk, and then I learned what he meant. Hang on, let me open my door. I think Vincent may want in. Do you want? Nope, just making a bunch of noise? That's fine. He did not want in, that's fine. I love how do you spell? Hang on. Esparthra? Okay. Hard to stay on my T. I don't understand what you're saying. Neo's boy. You're speaking youth at me. I don't know these youngin' words. Can't wait for Dunsparce to evolve into Dunsparce. See, I wanted to become Dunsparce. Let's go with this song. Nice. Okay. Prevolution sparse. Dunsparce will be the first 5-stage Pokemon. Neo's boy. That's their name! My chatter there. Neozy boy. I got that one right. Listen, I say some words wrong, but I've always pronounced Neozy boy's name that way in my head, at least. I don't know how often I've said it out loud. That's a big cake. It is. Critter drew all of this. She's a delight. Well, you know, she didn't draw the Pokemon boys over here, but but the background and everything. This is all Critter's work. What a 10 out of 10 job that she's done. Oh, I'm stupid. I thought it was Noisy Boy. No, that's alright. That's alright. Dude, I do that shit all the time. Half the time, I'll read a sentence, like a tweet or a Reddit post, and I'll be completely lost because I'll just not read something properly and be like, wait, what? Like, why are people, like, protesting, like, snacks because I just read the word wrong, and then I'm like, oh, it's a totally different thing, never mind. Well, congrats on your sis, that's very good. Yeah, she's cool, she's super fly. Look at all this. Wow. Wowie wow. But yeah, I've had so much fun with Scarlet and Violet. Sorry, I got so distracted by chat, and then I completely lost my train of thought. Yeah, I've had so much fun with Scarlet and Violet. It's genuinely my new favorite games in the series. They're good. Go play them. Twins. Neozy boy. Neo hoi minoi honoi. I get that reference. I get that one. That's a good ass episode of SpongeBob right there. Who's your favorite gym leader, guys? Everyone, who's your favorite gym leader of Scarlet and Violet? That's an important question right there. They're all really good. I bet Iono's gonna be popular. She's a delight. Larry? Yeah, I gotta agree. Yuri. Larry. Everyone does seem to like Larry. Everyone has like caught on that the internet's like, Larry's good. Oh, Grusha is really cool. Yeah. I liked Grusha a lot too. When I saw Grusha in the trailers, like, he was only on screen for just a second. And he's got such pretty eyes, and his face is really covered, and he's got his long, pretty hair. And I expected a girl, and for her gimmick to be, oh, I'm soft and nice, and it's so chilly here. Would you like to bat? That's what I expected. And then for it to be, hi, I'm Grusha. I'm a boy, and I'm pissed off. Anyway, let's fight, bitch. I think that's great. Probably Mama Katie. Yo, she's good. Rika is not a gym leader, but Rika's also fucking fly as shit. Rika is so fucking cool. I want to be her friend. A normal type gym leader. Being an overworked office worker. is really cool. Yeah, I think it's the best iteration of being normal that I've seen. Like he is what Norman should have been. Grusha still stumps me because I know he's a guy, but my brain is like, that's a girl. Well, he's a guy. Well, that's it. I think if you saw his face more, then you would be like, oh yeah, that's just a pretty boy. You know? I like how cool the character designs are in this game. There are so many, like, I don't want to call them curveballs, but they're really working outside of the normal box these days. I think every single person saw Rika and was like, they're beautiful. And then Rika was like, hi, I'm a girl. And everyone was like, you're still beautiful. Rika's really fun. I'm glad that they're challenging gender norms like that, and that we got the female wrestler, and Rika is so fucking rad, and Grusha is so pretty, and Atticus is pretty. I think it's super fun. I like it a whole lot. I like how you meet the Elite Four before the league, and they still manage to blindside you with one of them anyway. Exactly. It's why I've not said it. I'm trying to keep that on the down low, because Allison still hasn't beaten the Elite Four, and so I don't want to spoil something for her. But I'm also like, finish the main story so I can talk to you about the main story. We need a normal gym leader to hit us with the, hi, how are you from SpongeBob? like when he's smooth. Smooth Bob. And Team Star is really good. I think they've got, like, somebody who uses every type of Pokemon in like, I think they have a specialist for every type of Pokemon, except, no, they've got Electric. I'm pretty sure, right? Nintendo has recently been very, I don't know what GNC stands for. I'm very happy. Shiver from Splatoon got me feeling that way too. Yeah, Shiver is really cool. Yeah, Iono's Electric. So, hang on, what are all the types? Grass, we got Brassius. Fire, we got Mela. Water, Kofu. Electric, Iono. I'm not gonna spoil what the Elite Four uses, but I do know what they use. Gender non-conforming, thank you. I'm just like, oh no, not a new acronym. Oh, I'm so bad with those. Apparently in the Japanese version of the game, Rika speaks in the third person. Yeah, they also have a Kansai accent. Isn't that fun? Rika's Superfly. Yeah, I'm pretty sure they've got someone who uses, so I've looked up the teachers' teams. Surprise, post-game you get to fight the teachers who all have unique and distinct designs. And I was surprised that some of them, actually a good portion of them, don't have, like, a specific type that they use. Like, a lot of them have very, like, diverse teams in terms of typing. And I was really shocked by that. I'm not mad about it at all. I just expected. Of course they use one type, and then it's like, nah. Anyway, that's rad. So I'm excited. I'm in post game right now. I haven't gotten to fighting the teachers, but I want to. I want them to beat the shit out of me. It'll be so fun. Oh, here's a spicy question. Who's your least favorite gym leader? You were surprised they gave Miriam a team? I mean, I guess that makes sense, you know? I guess since she's not a teacher yet, but she's part of staff, you know, so I guess that was enough for me to be like, yeah, she probably is a team, I suppose. Kofu kind of boring? You know, I think I agree. Yeah, Kofu is kind of boring. Goes without saying, but the battle themes slap. You know, oh, we'll have to talk about that. First, we'll talk about Kofu and how boring he is. I think he's fine. You know, like, I'm not offended by Kofu by any means. His hair is kind of goofy looking, and I liked his character well enough. I like that he was, like, kind of silly, you know, but respectable, you know. But, yeah, Kofu, I think Kofu's the weakest one, personally. Let's talk about the gym battle theme, though, and how much I actually don't like it. So, fucking, okay, that's the, okay. It's a fine melody, whatever. But, the thing is, so, when the gym leader, terastalizes their Pokemon, the theme becomes, like, a choir. But not like a choir, it's more like the audience is singing along. Very much how they did with Galar, you know, when the leaders would, Dynamax or whatever, the audience would start chanting and cheering in. And it was really, really cool. I absolutely loved the music, in Galar, but for here in Paldea, when they do it, the song is just boring. And them chanting, it just sounds like them trying to do what they did last time again. And it's like, it's not as good this time. You know, last time we were in a stadium. This time there'll just be some people hanging around the edge of the stage, and it's like, shut up. And it's just like, I don't know, the melody's not long enough to stay interesting, and it's like, So yeah, that's my least favorite part of the game, I think, is the music when you fight the gym leaders. But that's also, like, super subjective. 0 out of 10. I didn't like this one song. They were clearly trying to replicate Gen's 8 theme, but it doesn't work situationally. Yeah. It was a great idea, but I don't know. I felt unnecessary to try to do it again. Yeah, the gym battle theme is very Sword and Shield, but I like their theme better than Scarlet and Violet. Yeah. I think that's the thing. When you go from such a banger that we had in Sword and Shield, yeah, I think anything would have felt a little bit like a step down. It's my trumpet bias. I agree the chanting doesn't fit, though. It doesn't even, like, there's like 7 people around, you know? Like, it doesn't even feel like there are this many people who should be chanting. And to be honest, the chant was my least favorite part of the Gen 8 theme, but I was okay with it because of the context, and the song slapped anyway. Yeah, I agree. I liked the, like, bloopy synth part the best for Gen 8, but, the chanting was fun. It added to the hype of the Dynamax really well. Weird thing I like about the dialogue, there's a point where Arven calls that false dragon titan a little sushi guy, and I really like that he doesn't know the name of the Pokemon. I don't either, Lamau. Just felt really real. Yeah, in general, the slang that the, characters use felt very real. It didn't feel like, you know, hello fellow young kids, or anything like that. Yeah, it really felt like real people talk, how real people talk. Arven is a good example. Penny also, is written really realistically in that same way as well. All of Team Star they're so fucking, like, believable with how they talk and interact. So, I agree, yeah. That not only did they nail the story of the writing, but also the character of the writing. I think if someone tries to shit on the writing in this game, I think it's like, how, though? Like, but for real, how can you say this is bad when it's clearly at least a step up from older games? The localization is really good. Yeah, it for real is. Dude, Tots are, oh, I'm not gonna say it right. You guys are gonna make fun of me again. Tatsugiri was, what a surprise. I was trying to get to the mountains at a time when I shouldn't have been. I was going in a path I shouldn't have gone. And I was fighting Pokemon, and they were around my level, and then I crossed a bridge, and I fought one Tatsurigi, and it was level 50, and I was like level 30, and I was like, oh. I don't think I should be here, but I caught it! And I was like, I don't think I can use you. I think you're too high of a level. But either way, like, if I used it, it would have been the only thing I used. It would have, like, been too strong for my team anyway. But I did catch it, and I felt like a badass. And then I turned around, and I went the other way. So, they're fun. Yeah, I need water. Soul Silver was one of my favorite games of all time, and the dialogue was straight up clunky, at least half the time, for real. That's why you get shit like, being evil is so fun. I had fun using Tatsugiri and Don Dozo in the Ghost Gym, despite not being able to control them. Yeah, I think people are doing that, where they're doing, like, challenges where they get Pokemon that are too high level, so they can't control them, but, you know, still challenges gyms that way. That's fun. That's a fun way to do, like, a different kind of playthrough, if you want to, you know? That's cool. Twins thirsty like the SpongeBob saying, I don't need it. I don't need it. Here, actually, I should refill my water. And so that means I'll be right back. Here, let me grab myself real quick. And this is a good opportunity for all of you guys to go get a snack if you need one. Go to the bathroom if you need to. Fill up your water. I'll be right back. All right. I'll be right back. back. Here I am. I'm like Mac Morrison. Is that Return of the Mac? Oh fuck, the song ended. Oh no, how embarrassing. I'm back. Here I am. I'm back. What is it? Are we making fucking Doug puns? What's Doug's favorite Pokemon, Laleep or Carnivine? Doug enjoys the taste of Combees. Doug, when are you announcing your run for office? Maybe not for a couple more years. I don't think I'm ready for that. That's what Doug says. I'm back. I'm glad you guys like Doug. I like, who are you? Which one of you said that? Stereotype Gamer saying Doug enjoys the taste of Combees. I like that idea. We'll roll with that. I'm glad you guys behaved. What's the strongest bug-type Pokemon? Who would know that? Doug dug into the ground, dugging up Dougs who dugged all day. Doug sounds like low-effort Carl Weezer, and that's great. Alright, adios, air dude. Have fun. Yeah, totally behaved. Shifty eyes. Other than Genesect? Yeah, other than Genesect, since it's, like, a legendary. Caesar? Oh, yeah, Caesar is a pretty good one. It's really weak to fire, though. Do we have? Sure, I don't think we have, like, any, like, rock bug Pokemon that could help. Maybe Volcarona or Vikavolt. Oh, I forgot about Vikavolt. Vikavolt was really good. Yeah, Volcarona, Genesect, Golisopod, Caesar. I'm trying to think what kind of team, oh, Dwebble is rock bug. I forgot that bitch existed. Cleaver? Cleavor. Oh! Well, yeah, but that was in the past. I don't think it'll come back, but I think you're right. Yeah, Crustal Scolipede. Scolipede. I don't know why I said it Scoliopede. Okay, good. Yeah, because I was thinking, like, what kind of team could, like, a good Elite Four, you know, bug-type user make, you know? Because we were talking about that earlier. I don't know how we got onto it, but how we want bugs to be strong and good. Because the bug-type gym leaders are always, like, the first or second one, you know? And then there's just Aaron with his Vespiquen. No one likes Aaron. Heracross. Is Heracross still good? I don't know if Heracross holds up. I do like Heracross. I think it's definitely better than Pinsir. Which is unfortunate, because I like Pinsir's design better. Oh, Frostmoth! Yeah, I bet it's not that good, unfortunately. Being bug and ice, that's... Caesar? I thought it was Scissor. I don't know. I guess pronouncing it Caesar is a good way to differentiate it from, like, scissors. Pretty sure it's Caesar, though. Oh, Shedinja. Oh, yeah, I'm laughing at Nep spelling Shedinja shockingly wrong in 3 different ways. I'm not mad about it. It's a great visual gag, please. Short I, long O, and what, Caesar? Caesar? I think they pronounce it Caesar in the anime. But also I think they may get some pronunciations wrong in the anime. Hang on. Let me turn down my radiator. Alright. Fun fact, This is an unconfident fact, but it is fun. So the confident half of the fact is that fighting type has been paired with every other type. You can have it doesn't matter what type of Pokemon you want to use. You could have it also be half fighting. The unconfident half of that is first Jazz, now Shedinja. The unconfident half is I don't know if it's the only one that's like that. I wanted to say it's the only type that's been paired with every other type. And I don't know if that's true. There's a fucking lot of water-type Pokemon. Do we have any water-fire-type Pokemon? Surely we do. Oh, we've got fucking Volcanion. I guess it counts. I have a tablet keyboard with fat fingers. It's alright. It's alright, Nep. Shedinja looks pretty fly with a 3 in it. I can't deny. Mythical mods ruin things once again. They're just so I've always liked seeing the mythical and legendary Pokemon. But Volcanion's the only one. We should do more of that. I think a water fire type. Give me more of that. That could be Superfly. I like mythicals and legendaries, of course. They're super cool. The hard part is it's hard to like count them when we're talking about the theoretical like making of teams, whether or not it be like a character team. Like if, you know, we wanted to be like, let's make Katie the strongest trainer. What bugs do we give her? You know, we couldn't give her Genesect because there'd be no good reason to justify that. Unless if we were like balls to the wall, no rules. You can have every single legendary on your team, but you know, in generally speaking, you can't really count legendaries and mythical Pokemon when either talking about theoretical teams or if you're trying to make one. So I like them a lot, but half the time it's like they don't even count. Oddly enough, there are no bug dragon Pokemon. That's bananas, because you'd think Flygon would have been. I'm glad it's not. It's better not being one. But Dragonfly, like, we should have another Dragonfly come in, and they could be so scary. Dragonflies are so fucking scary. They're huge. They're ginormous. They're monsters. They're just real-life Pokemon already. And having a dragon fly, literally, that'd be... Because Flygon's already cool, and it's already that. And give me another one that's, like, more buggy. It'd be Superfly. There's no good new fire types in Scarlet Violet that aren't also ghost type. What are all the fire types? Hang on, I think I still have it on my... phone. Ooh, I don't. Let me look up the Pokedex again. Because I know Skeledirge is Fire Ghost. Which is so fun. And, of course, we've got Ceruledge, which is way cooler than the other option, gotta say. Charcadet has 2 evolution paths. And Ceruledge is clearly the cooler one. No one's favorite is the other one. Scarlet got boned in that regard. You guys get the lame loser version of Charcadet's evolution. Looked it up, still waiting for these combos. Normal rock, that's bananas. I feel like we should have had a normal rock by now. Normal ice, normal steel, normal bug, fairy ground. Oh, fire fairy. We need a fire fairy. Ice poison, ice poison. That sounds rad. Ghost Rock and Dragon Bug. I saw a game where the last gym was the Bug Gym and had a gimmick where they devolved after each defeat, so you had to beat them 3 times. Oh, fascinating, fascinating. I think if I were to make a later game bug type gym, I would have it be like a grandmother and a granddaughter, and it's kind of like Tate and Lisa, where it's a double battle, and you have to fight them both. Wrong. Armorogue is way cuter. Nuh-uh. Armorogue looks like an Adventure Quest background character. Look at its stupid pauldrons. I'm also surprised with all the rocks that there's no Ghost Rock. Yeah, and like fossils too. Note, Critter prefers the Q1, Twins prefers the one where you'll cut yourself on its edge. Oh, I had the idea of having the fire starter be, like, a little soot sprite guy. Kind of like the guys that are in... Oh, they're like in My Neighbor Totoro, or the ones that are in, the other Miyazaki one. It's perfect. It's a perfect movie. It's the best movie on planet Earth. What's it fucking called? The one with the girl and Chihiro and the river. Spirited Away. A soot sprite being, that becomes like Fire Fairy. That was the idea I had. I was thinking about making a video about, like, if I were to make a Pokemon game, what would it be? Hang on, I'm looking at, the Pokedex to see if there are any good, not just fire ghost ones. Oh, I do like Scavolian. I wouldn't use it most times, but I do love him. And that's Fire Grass. What a fun combo. Scavolian is so fucking weird. Is a little weirdo. I'm gonna say there's one good fire poison Pokemon. It is one of the Violet exclusives. Adios. Have fun. Goodbye. Drink your vegetables. Ceruledge pre-evolution looks like a Funko Pop. Charcadet? They do look like they'd make for a real 10 out of 10 toy. They are gonna make action figures of Charcadet for sure. Which of the starters do you think Ash is gonna get? Does he get all the starters still? Like, I know he often is gifted one of the starters at the start of the anime. I don't know if they're still doing that. But which one do you think Ash would get? I'm feeling Fuecoco. Go got all the Galar starters? Well, isn't Go special? Drink your vegetables, eat your water, exactly. Want a game where we play as a grunt for Team Rainbow Rocket? I wonder, there might be a fan-made game that does that. The fans are so determined to do everything they can, so there might be that available somewhere. I know there's at least one where you play, it's like playing through Red version, but you're on Team Rocket. Ray's done a playthrough of that on his stream, so you could go watch him do that, or play it yourself if you have an emulator. Fuecoco is by far the most marketable. It's really cute. I feel like Ash often is, like, given the goofy ones. The ones that are funny and can do funny hijinks with Pikachu, you know? Want James to own Quaxley? That'd be good shit. Okay, Ash gets Fuecoco, James gets Quaxley, and then I guess Ash's companion can get a Sprigatito. That sounds good. That sounds right. Assuming Ash even comes back. I don't know. Maybe we'll just start hanging out with Go from now on. Go's cool. I don't mind Go. Imagine James and Quaxley in disguise. James would love that fucking Quaxley too. James would be like, "Oh, but my special little boy, I need to make sure that he's dressed up for the occasion." And then Jessie would yell at him, because that's what she does, but lovingly. I think they confirmed Ash is still there. But apparently there's been hints of them finally growing up. That'd be cool. That'd be neat. Meowth getting jealous of / having a crush on Sprigatito. Sounds like plausible anime shenanigans. That's true. They love having Meowth interact with other cat Pokemon, and it's good every time. I can't even be mad. Yell at him, but lovingly. It's the only way Jessie knows how to communicate. Jessie can only scheme or yell. James teaching his Quaxley to dance. That's right! But doesn't James know how to do, like, ballet or ballroom dancing? Wasn't he, like, taught how to dance because he's rich? A hilarious character trait as well. I love James. James is so fun. Ash is growing up. He finally turns 11 after 100 years. I haven't watched the anime in a long time, but I like hearing what's going on with it as they proceed forward. Let's get another song on deck. That one. Oh, it's the one that fucking fluctuates in volume like 17 times. They acknowledge some time has passed since Kanto. Well, that's good. That's good. I think he's meant to be 13 now. Well, that's cool. Cause yeah, I mean, it was getting a little silly. And also, it was when fucking, like, at the beginning of, like, the second movie, Pikachu has an adventure with the Pichu Bros. And the whole crux of that plot was the fact that, it had been 1 year since Ash got Pikachu. And they were celebrating that, and Pikachu had to get back to Ash because, oh, it's been 1 year. We have to celebrate the oh, it may have been the third movie, yeah. But, and it's like, then a year's passed. He's a year older, right? There was an episode in the anime where Iris showed back up to fight Ash, and when he left, Iris said best wishes, and I was like, I get that reference! I love it when they do that shit. I love it when they're like, hey, by the way, it's a reference! What'd you think of that movie, by the way? The third one with Entei? I think it's the best Pokemon movie. It's not my favorite. I'll always have a squishy, soft spot in my heart for the Mew one. 'Cause fucking lord. Oh, it's good, but it's bad, but it's good. But honestly, I really think the Entei movie is the best one they've done. At least, you know, one of the best, for sure. What's your favorite Gen 9 Pokemon, by the way? Urgent question, I may be possibly drawing something. Okay, hang on. I like a lot of them, but let me take a gander across the Pokedex really quick so I can give you a confident answer. I haven't seen, I feel like, oh, you know what was another good Pokemon movie? The one with Jirachi. Oh, okay, I thought the song had just ended. The Jirachi movie was really good as well. I liked that one a whole lot. Man, I like so damn many of these Pokemon. It's hard to narrow it down. I'm gonna go with Cerulege, yeah. A nice difficult one for you to illustrate. The song sucks. Fuck the song. It just ends so weirdly and abruptly. It's also only like 2 minutes long. We'll just go back to this one. Sound like I'm in a Jenna Marbles video. Wishmaker with the fake Groudon thing? Yeah! That was a good one. It was really good. I liked how, even though it was very Max heavy, I liked what they did with it. I'm not a huge Max fan, but I like how they worked with him and Jirachi and the wishes and stuff. It was good. It was nice. You underestimate my love for armor. That's true. I was like, I should draw the Pokemon I had on my team, and Cerulege is there, and I'm like, that looks hard. Of course, drawing them as humans. I am consistent, if anything. Toadscruel is a lot of fun. I'm excited, so a little peek behind the scenes. It's not the next one I'm doing, but I'm 1000% going to do a magical girl adventure in Scarlet and Violet in the not too distant future. Maybe, hopefully it doesn't take another 6 months to do another one of those. And Toadscruel, I'm like, that's a magical girl. You cannot convince me otherwise. I'm in charge. I make the rules. Love that video. A lot of people did. I think it's like, it might be one of the most popular videos on my channel. If I were smart, I would have just done that for the rest of my life. But no, I wanted to talk about musicals. I'm so excited, but I can't believe you're putting that fucker in. They're so, like, I can't explain it. It's hard to defend, but I'm like, in my heart, I'm like, but it's the truth, you know? I can't point to a thing and be like, look, it's like this. But I'm just like, it is Magical Girl, though. I think it's just because it's so mushroomy. In my head, mushrooms have a real connection to Magical Girls because of my mushroom magic kids that I did. I thought the Jirachi movie and the one with Latios and Latios were fever dreams because I saw them as a kid before I went to school, and then I never saw them again. I thought I made it up. The Latios and Latios one, that one can lick my ass. That movie, okay, it's like fine. Annie and Oakley, the bad guys, they were neat, I guess. The problem is Latios and Latios, they just scream. Their audio is just a woman screaming. And so much of the movie is just listening to them screaming. And it's like, I'm tired of hearing Latios and Latios scream. We can stop. Toad Squirrel runs with toast in its mouth. Yeah, Allison's correct. You aren't wrong. The Deoxys one, that's another movie. It's like fine. It's by no means my favorite. It's good enough. I liked elements of it a whole lot, and then there are other elements where it's like, eh. This is fine, I guess. I hope they do more cool animated things for Scarlet and Violet. We got the Bump of Chicken out of nowhere. The Bump of Chicken just music video celebrating Pokemon. I hope we get, Acadia. I hope we get another thing kind of like that. That'll be super cool. And another thing kind of like Twilight Wings would be... Twilight Wings? Is that what it's called? That'd be Superfly as well. I want to stay in this generation for as long as possible. I really, really liked it. I want to take in everything I can. It's gonna be tough for me to be like, oh no, I don't need to buy Pokemon cards, when it's like, if there's like a full art version, there's like, I like all the characters. I was gonna say Larry specifically, but really I'd love a full art version of damn near every single one of them. So, I guess I gotta make enough money that I can save money to buy some Pokemon cards. We've already heard your hatred for the Lucario Mystery of Mew. It's true, I was gonna bring it up, but then I was like, I already talked about that. It wasn't awful. Like, if I had to watch it again, I wouldn't be mad about it. I would rather watch that again than the Latios and Latios one. The Hoops movie was so bad, but it was so fun. Or Hoopa. I don't think I've seen that one. Yeah, is that the one where they go back in time? I know there's one where they go back in time, and then they, like, Heatran is there out of nowhere, and then they have to fight Heatran, and it's like, why? Latios and Latios, screams and lady being murdered. Everyone, what a beautiful sound. You love the Xerneas and Yveltal movie? I haven't seen that one either. I haven't seen most Pokemon movies, honestly. Like, I've seen, like, the first 4, and then some from Hoenn, and that's kind of it. I should watch more Pokemon movies. They're all good in their own special little way. You know? The Hoopa movie reveals on having a bunch of legendary Pokemon in the same place can rip holes in space-time, apparently. Yeah, but Hoopa, like, kinda just does that anyway. So, I'm sure they were alright. Regigigas movie. I haven't seen that one. I didn't know Regigigas had a movie. That was Arceus and the Jewel of Light. I see. Liked the Diancie movie too, but I just love Diancie in general. Diancie's pretty cool. Twins and Doug react to Pokemon movies. Yeah, oh, you know what? I think my least favorite movie might actually be the fourth one, Pokemon Forever, the Celebi one. Because it's like, it's a whole movie of just kind of nothing happening. They just fuck around. And then it pulls an ass pull of, and then now cry. Are you crying yet? And Ash is crying, you should be crying too. And then another ass pull of and then we save the day. Look, the Pokemon's not dead. Yay! And then it's like fine. But I do think it's my least favorite. Critter, I don't know which movie you're talking about there. The Power of One? Is that the one with Lugia? No, it's like a Netflix spin-off thing. I've never heard of this. Oh yeah, someone mentioned, Cereza mentioned the Darkrai one. I've seen that one. That one was pretty alright. It felt like it took a long time for anything to happen. Like, I was like, this is a full-length movie, huh? And they didn't have enough to make a full-length movie here. But I like Darkrai a lot, so I couldn't even be that mad. Oh, Temple of the Sea, your third favorite. I think Temple of the Sea is not great. If it's the same one I'm thinking of. Is that the one with Manaphy? Yeah, that one was... I didn't like that Ash, like, went into... I want to be a ranger so bad. I'm gonna be a ranger. Oh, the rangers are cool. I want to be a ranger. I didn't like that. Also, the ending was kind of weird. Where... So, like, May and Manaphy are praying to something, whatever, make the magic happen to save the day. And meanwhile, Ash is swimming around trying to stop an evil pirate. Or whatever. And the whole time it's like, oh gosh, I hope Ash can hold his breath long enough so he can swim around under this ocean. And I'm like, use a Pokemon. You have Buizel, don't you? Pull out your Pokemon, swim faster. What are you doing? So it was fine. But, not my favorite by any means. Darkrai, Giratina, and Arceus trilogy. Oh, I didn't know. I didn't know that. There are so many. There are too many Pokemon movies. There's enough Pokemon movies. I could make content for well over a year if I just reacted to Pokemon movies. One could argue there are too many Pokemon. That's the other thing I wanted to say. Hang on, let me get some water really quick. Sometimes, I'll see the argument that people make of, this new game is bad. This new game is bad because it doesn't have all the Pokemon. I thought it was supposed to be gotta catch 'em all, not gotta catch only 400 of them. Listen to yourself. Okay. There's over 1,000 Pokemon. There's 1,008 Pokemon. I don't need to catch them all. Like, if people are upset that like, I wish all the Pokemon were in this game. No, you don't. You wish your favorite Pokemon was in this game. I'm sorry that Lucario's not here and that's your favorite, but, you know, sometimes it's like that. Listen, I get it, alright? I'll never have another Levani, and I like Levani, but you don't want every Pokemon in the game. It'd be asinine. No one wants to catch 1,008 Pokemon to get the shiny charm, and they just don't. And also, it's like, I have caught them all. I have a box of Wingull. I don't need more Wingull. I don't need to catch Rattata again, you know? And so, yeah, when people make that argument of, no, this game is bad because it doesn't have the full Pokedex, I disagree. I fully disagree. Catching 1,008 Pokemon would be a nightmare. It would not be fun. But the Pokemon Company would nuke your channel if you do anything Pokemon anime related. Oh, that's true. That is true. So I guess I'll just have to never watch them. Remember the miniseries about the boy with a shiny Hisuian Zorora? I don't. I don't think I watched that one. And for no reason. I was just like, this is probably good. And then I sat down to watch it, and then I didn't. Like, I did something else instead. The only bad game in recent years, in my opinion, is Brilliant Diamond / Shining Pearl, because it's literally just Diamond and Pearl again, without the improvements of Platinum. I agree. Well, honestly, I haven't played Brilliant Diamond and Shining Pearl yet, but from what I've seen, yeah, it is definitely a disappointment in terms of the remakes. And I think that the worst mainline Pokemon game has been X and Y. And I still liked X and Y well enough. You know, there are Pokemon from the generation that are some new favorites. I really like some of the characters from X and Y. I wouldn't call X and Y a bad game, but it is, I think, the worst one in the series that we've gotten. And I think a lot of people generally kind of agree with that idea in concept. X and Y had a lot of issues. And what I think happened is X and Y happened, and then the internet went, recent Pokemon games are bad. Newer Pokemon games are bad. And that was around when X and Y happened. And now we're at a time where they've clearly improved. The issues from X and Y are no longer relevant. The games have picked up again. But people still want to keep acting like the game is like X and Y, and you'll keep seeing new Pokemon games are bad. Recent Pokemon games are bad. You know, but it's like, have you played them? Like, we can't keep pretending that we're still in an area of, like, Kalos. We can't keep pretending that every new game is Kalos again. And I wish people would just recognize that it's like, you know, one new game can be not great, and then the next one can be better. Like, it's not a straight line of quality. I don't know if you answered this in a previous stream, but how did you feel about Palkia and Dialga origin forms? Okay, so I think the Palkia one is way scarier. I like it a lot more, but the Dialga one is also very cool. I really loved the ending to Arceus Legends a lot, and I think their origin forms are super cool, super fly. The Palkia one is like, it's fucking an eldritch horror, man. Dialga looks fine, it's whatever, but in general, I think they're really cool. X and Y fell a bit flat for me, but god, I loved the outfits you could have in it. The outfits were, I think those were my favorite outfits that we could get as well, yeah. And Sycamore, my heart beats for Sycamore. I can't confidently call X and Y outright, like, bad games, because it's like, well, I don't know, give us Professor Sycamore. But no, like, the jump to the third dimension was clearly big for Pokemon, and they didn't stick the landing super strong, but I think Omega Ruby Alpha Sapphire have been the worst by a landslide. Wow. Oh yeah, X and Y introduced the fairy type. So yeah, and that's big. So that's the thing, even quote unquote like the worst Pokemon games still offer something of value, you know? I'm surprised by your take there, Critter. I didn't hate Omega Ruby and Alpha Sapphire. You know what? But now that I'm thinking about it, I didn't love them all that much either. They did have a lot of issues. They were like really easy. The story was meh, but also like they made you use HMs again. I'm gonna, you know, and Brendan was stupid now. I'm gonna agree. Yeah, I think, and they happened at the same time, so perhaps I just mentally lumped them together anyway. But yeah, X and Y and Oris. You know, we had a bit of a lull in terms of quality. I won't deny it, you know. X and Y and Oris were pretty mid. X and Y and Oris were pretty mid, and I think Black and White and Black and White 2 had some issues as well. Like, fun fact, every single gym leader in Unova only have 3 Pokemon or less. Every single one of them. And it's like, that's not great. That doesn't make or break a game, but, you know, things like that. I think we just had a lull there, and now there was a lot of stopping for cutscenes in Oris as well, yeah. No Dexnav hunting was so fun! and that's the thing, Oris had some other, like, really good things. I think the best thing Oris honestly did is the redesigns that all the gym leaders got. Like, if there's anything that I can say, I truly value Oris because it redesigned the Hoenn gym leaders, and they pop off now. Time to get jiggy to the twins bagpipe theme. cutscenes right before legendaries where you're already save scumming. Flying on Latios was my favorite pastime. Yeah, and that's another good thing. And that's, like I said, even the worst ones have things of value to them. But I think people just got it in their head around that time. New Pokemon games are bad. And they keep trying to, they keep that up. This new game looks bad. This game is bad. This new game is bad. I don't like this new game. The new games are bad. And I'm just like, why? And that's the thing. You'll see arguments that are, unfounded. The only reason I know that every Unova gym leader only uses 3 or less Pokemon is because on the front page of Reddit, there was a post from r/Pokemon where the person was complaining that they didn't like that in the newer games that gym leaders all, they're so bad, so many of them use 3 or fewer Pokemon, and none of them use 6 Pokemon anymore, and it's really taken the fun out of playing these games for me. And I was like, well, and I could just, I recalled Kanto, and I'm like, well, Brock, Misty, Surge, Erica, they all use 3 or less Pokemon. Surge is the only one that's ever used 1, because they gave him only Raichu in yellow version. But, and I looked it up, and, yeah, no gym leader has ever used 6 Pokemon, first of all. And secondly, the region that has the fewest gym leaders that use 3 or less Pokemon is Galar. Sword and Shield only has 3 gym leaders that use 3 or fewer Pokemon. Kanto has 4. Johto, 6. 6 of the 8 gym leaders use 3 or less Pokemon. Hoenn also uses 6. And Scarlet and Violet also, it's 4. Only 4 of the gym leaders use 3 or less Pokemon. And I'm like, this complaint is inaccurate. It's always been this way. This is nothing new. There are just as many gym leaders using 3 or fewer Pokemon in this game, in this latest game, as there were in Kanto. Why was it not a problem in Kanto or Johto, And that's the thing, they don't want to hear it. They just choose a thing to be like, this is bad now. And it's like, why is it bad now? Why wasn't it bad earlier? Why was it okay when it was in your favorite game? But now that you don't want to like this new one, oh, well now it's bad. Maybe because Gen 2 had 16 gym leaders, it felt like more? I mean, I guess, but they, I don't know, Kanto was also post-game. You can also fight all of the teachers in post-game in Scarlet and Violet, and they all have 6 Pokemon. Or 5. 5 or 6, I don't know. But, yeah, obviously there's more to post-game. And so, I don't know, man. Just weird seeing these arguments that are unfounded. That are presented as, this is bad. Ignoring the same thing occurring in previous games. And I just don't get Pokemon fans online. I don't get them being like that. I don't see what they think they're accomplishing by choosing arbitrary things to be like, this is suddenly a bad thing. But it was fine when it was in a game that was from 1996 because that was the first Pokemon I played, Gen 2 before the remake was awful in my opinion. Yeah, okay, I've been playing through Red version for a video coming up. And oh my gosh, guys, Red version fucking sucks. And I didn't expect to think that going in. I was just like, play Red version. This will be great. And, but Jesus. Jesus fucking Christ. First, okay, it takes forever to learn any kind of move. I'm like, please, learn something useful already. and it's just, I'm like, I've got a Flareon, and it's on level, it's nearly level 30, and it still doesn't know a fire type move. And I'm like, could you please? So that's one thing. And also, I hate the routes. Fucking we all have memories of doing doing that thing where you, like, try to sneak by trainers. We all remember doing that. And I was like, why were we doing that so much? And playing through Red version, this is why every single fucking route is just an army of children standing in locations so that you have to either, you have to fight them. And routes are 99% trainer battles. And the grass you can find on routes, to fucking find and catch new Pokemon, it'll be locked off behind a tree you have to cut, or it'll be like a 3x2 patch of grass. And also, there's 150 unique Pokemon in this game. 150! That's not small. It's the second largest Pokedex that's been introduced in the series. So how come I have to fight all these fucking trainers, and I'm about to go fight the 4th gym, and I'm still fighting bug catchers with Caterpies and Weedles? Why aren't they using different Pokemon? Why aren't I fighting different types of trainers? Oh wow, another camper. What does she have? Another fucking Pidgey! Oh, I'm so glad I get to fight Pidgey again. And that's the thing, the routes aren't even any better, even if you manage to slalom between the trainers. They'll have like 3 Pokemon in every route, and it's like, Pidgey, Spearow, Mankey. Okay, I'm in a new area. What do we have here? Pidgey, Spearow, Mankey. Okay, I'm in a new area. What do we have here? Pidgey, Mankey, Oddish. And it's like, where is Mr. Mime? Where's Electabuzz? Magmar, Jinx, Tauros. There's so fucking many Pokemon in this game, and I can't find any of them. And it's obnoxious playing through Red version and being like, why is the game like this? I respect Red version. Of course I do. It started the franchise that's most important in my life. But people who are like, Red version is the pinnacle of gameplay. Every new game sucks. Go back and play Red version. I'm like, no, you go back and play Red version. Actually play Red version and see how not good it is. It's just not. Half the time there's no abilities, and that's fine, whatever, but half the time moves just don't work right. The game's busted. Type matchups seem completely broken, and I'm just like, what are you pulling my nutsack with this? Oh my fuck, I need to tell you about Erica. I need to tell you about Erica. Oh my gosh. Fucking the way how rap works in this game. So, Erica, with her genius brain, she poisons you. She does poison powder. Alright, that's fine, whatever. And then she does rap. Okay. So I hit fight. So like my Pokemon can do a move. Well, I don't get to pick a move. And instead my Pokemon takes rap damage, and then takes poison damage. And that's the end of the turn. Okay, new turn. I hit fight, because I'd like to do a move. I don't get to do a move. I take rap damage, I take poison damage, and that's the end of the turn. That happened. Repeat +5. Okay, rap is finally over. Okay, now it's finally my turn. I do a move. Oh no, Erica goes first. Her Pokemon does rap. I don't get to do a turn. And I'm like, I can't believe this is how this fucking works. This is so fucking busted. So, yeah, you did unlock a rant. And get excited to hear a very similar collection of words when I eventually script a video. That'll probably happen next month. Because I've got like 7 projects I'm working on right now, and they'll happen so suddenly. But yeah, I was so surprised to go into Red version and be this, like, appalled, for lack of any better word, at it. At how annoying it is. So, there you go. Rant over. Unlocking a twins rant being a notoriously difficult thing. / sarcasm. Mr. Mime and Jinx are trades. Magmar isn't in Red. Electabuzz is the version exclusive. But where is it? I'm just tired of the same fat Lizard wings. Yeah, I am glad that we seem to have calmed down with the with the Kanto BJ finally. Power plant 5% chance. I see. I'm lightheaded. I'm lightheaded from the rant. But anyway, good shit. Oh my gosh, I think Bucket of Calzones is gonna say something I fully agree with. Johto is my favorite region, but good god, is it just so scared to let you get the fun new Pokemon they added. They lock all the new Pokemon. In the old region, did Kanto over-import all the new Johto Pokemon to Kanto over the 3-year skip? I fully fucking agree. I agree 100%. I am upset that I love Houndour. Houndoom is one of my absolute favorite Pokemon. And I'm annoyed that you cannot find Houndour or Houndoom in Johto, like during your Johto playthrough. There are some Johto Pokemon, obviously in Johto, obviously. Snubbull is a good example. I fucking love Snubbull too, with my whole heart. But I agree, it's so stupid how many of them are trapped in Kanto. It's dumb. Wrong, Charizard raid. I mean, so in my eyes, I think they just did a Charizard raid to see if it would work. To be like, okay, do we have the raid program set up? Yeah, I think everything is programmed properly. Okay, cool. Should we test it to see if it'll actually run? Yeah, let's just go with Charizard. Is it the same for the Johto DS games? Yes, it is. Yeah. There's still no Houndour to be found across all of Johto. I know, because I did a Johto playthrough relatively recently. I think that was a year ago now. I drew my team, and my team included a Nidoking and a Flareon, you know? Not Johto Pokemon, because I couldn't find a Houndour. I thought most fans liked Sinnoh the most. I couldn't tell you what the most popular, generation is. I do know that it's not hard to find people touting Red version and Fire Red version as like the pinnacle of the series. But I couldn't tell you what like overwhelmingly the most popular generation is. I do think people did like Sinnoh. Sinnoh was pretty alright, and everyone has a crush on Cynthia, so that would make sense. I want a fire type. Want a fire type and didn't get the starter? You get Magmar or Growlithe / Vulpix, and don't get the Firestone until Kanto. Oh yeah, no Firestone until Kanto. Ludicrous. I'm glad that they've like basically at Hoenn plus Sinnoh is an outlier in this regard, but they have figured out that it's like, hey, let's have fire-type Pokemon, actually, in the Pokedex. Except for Sinnoh, where there were no new fire-type Pokemon except for the starters, which is whack. Like, just, okay, Sinnoh's full of bugs. Sinnoh has so fucking many bug-type Pokemon, and water, and it's like, but I'm getting Empoleon. Empoleon is one of the most popular starters. I'm not going to get your ocean of water-type Pokemon. I have Empoleon. And then I don't even think they had like a water-type like gym leader or Elite Four. But I don't remember offhand if they did. If one of you do know offhand if there was a water-type gym leader or Elite Four member in Sinnoh, please tell me and I'll go right them. Gen 2 also has like 3 dark types. Actually, 2 ghost types, and still just Dragonite for dragon type. Yeah, Gen 2 really was, honestly, Crasher Wake. Crasher Wake! I always forget about him. I loved Crasher Wake, though. Crasher Wake is great. Thank you. Yeah, Gen 2 really was just, like, almost DLC for Gen 1. In my eyes, Generation 2 is actually, like, the start of Pokemon. Like, Red and Blue version are the start of it. Gold and Silver is what Red and Blue should have been. But maybe that's just me. If you're a 90s kid, you probably have nostalgia for Gold, Silver, Crystal. Yellow, if you're on the older side. Dude, Yellow kind of sucked, but it was a lot of fun being able to, like, turn around and talk to Pikachu. That was really cool. I liked that a lot. I don't think I've ever beaten Yellow version, though. We own it. But No, don't think so. Speaking of fire, Sinnoh has like 3 before platinum. Bitch, where? Yeah, so the only fire type Pokemon in Sinnoh, so there's the starter, and then it's, I think, Ninetales and Rapidash. And then they made Flint a character. And like, listen, I like Flint as a character, but like, why did they have a fire type user in the Elite Four when there are no fire type Pokemon in this generation? Like, what? Half of his team, he's got like fucking like Venusaur or some shit on his team. Oh, I know he's got a Baneri. Ponytails before Rourke's gym. Ah, yeah. Magmar after you get Surf. I was not good when I played Sinnoh. I don't remember Sinnoh that well. It was the first one I beat, actually. Like, the first gym, like, Cynthia's the first champion I think I really beat. Oh, I guess technically we would play gold version, and we could beat Lance, but that was all with the power of a starter at nearly level 100, and then Ho-Oh. Loved Torterra, so I needed a fire type. Torterra is pretty fucking fly. Honestly, the Sinnoh starters, those are top tier starters right there. They're really cool. Even if even though they repeated the firefighting typing with Infernape, I couldn't even be mad because Infernape was super fly. Now we're just talking about Pokemon broadly. Not even talking about Scarlet and Violet anymore. But yeah, that's, I don't know if I have anything else to say about Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. You guys, you took me on a rant. Drained my energy with a rant. So I guess that's it for stream. It feels so weird to just end stream being like, well, that's it. Yeah, really pushed you to start ranting. Such rascals. My apologies. But yeah, I love Scarlet and Violet. They're so much fun. They have issues, but like they're 10 out of 10 in my opinion. They're so good. Play Scarlet and Violet. Go download Scarlet and Violet. Play the game. Have fun. You'll enjoy it. It's got 10 out of 10 writing. I don't know if I have a hot take. My hot take is saying that red version is trash. That's a flaming take, I think. Played for the hot teacher. Exactly. Just love talking about things I like for real. For real. Remember to turn on autosave when you play Scarlet and Violet. Yeah, because some people have mentioned crashes. Pokemon Company are, like, patching the game, though. Like, they've made it clear, like, hey guys, we hear you, we know, we're working on it, we want to make the game as good as possible. So yeah, don't think that they don't care, because obviously they do. Obviously. No, autosave, bleh, I live dangerous. You loon. And let's give it up one more big round of applause for this amazing background. This amazing background that Critter made for me. Get all these things off my desk here. Wow. This is so cool. It was so nice to have like a pretty location to sit in and chat with you guys about with. It's so Superfly. Did they confirm DLC for Scarlet Violet? They haven't. I'm just assuming that we'll get some, but they haven't said anything yet. I don't know. I think we will, but I might be wrong. I'm wrong all the time. Hot take. Buy physical media because at any moment companies can decide you don't own what you purchase anymore. I guess, yeah. I guess another iteration of that is that, fun fact, has always been true. Digital downloads on the Switch cannot be refunded. So, if you're on the fence about a game, don't download it digitally, because you can't get a refund. I learned that today. I wasn't trying to return anything, but I was like, is that how that works? And it is. Yeah. Twins, Doug, and the giant cake. True, be careful with that sort of thing. What was that sound? Water? Me? Did I make a weird sound? I didn't. I may have kicked the desk. I may have kicked my desk and made a silly noise. But yeah. I've really enjoyed Scarlet and Violet. It's so much fun. Get excited to see too much Pokemon content on my channel. And also patrons, don't forget patrons have access to a drawn out today, and everyone else gets to see it tomorrow. So yeah, have fun. Eat your water, drink your vegetables. Alright, Doug, say goodbye. Goodbye, everyone. I hope you have fun today. Thank you, Doug. I'm making a Cerulege twins, so you might get a ping from me on Twitter soon. Ooh, I look at Twitter. I look at Twitter at weird times as well. So if it takes me a while to see you, then that's why. Because I'll just, like, not get on Twitter for hours. Even when, like, if there's drama happening, like, I haven't been in Twitter drama in ages, because that shit's exhausting. But it'll be like, oh, it looks like someone I know is in a heated battle with someone else on Twitter. Anyway, I'm gonna go do something else. Then check back in on that at like 11 p.m. Bye, Doug. Goodbye, Stereotype Gamer. Goodbye. I need to give Doug a cooler voice. Alright. I'm actually ending stream. The song ended. That's the hint that everything needs to stop. So, adios. See you on the flip side.